The Counterfeit Traitor was an enjoyable 1962 spy movie. It's set during World War II, and it stars William Holden, Hugh Griffith, and Lilli Palmer. In the movie, Holden plays an American-born character who is a Swedish citizen who works in the oil industry, who in the course of the film agrees to spy on the Nazis during World War II. And while I didn't completely follow everything that was happening, it's a very complex story, I thought. It's still very enjoyable. And maybe starts off with a lot of talking, but it really does pick up during the last half of the film. It's very exciting. It reminded me a lot of The Russia House with Sean Connery. And in that it was a very intelligent film with a reluctant hero who's put into these various situations of intrigue and danger across different European locations, with a little romance involved too. William Holden is fantastic as usual, and as I've noted in other films that he is in, he has this everyman personality to him, that you believe in his character, and you're behind him, regardless of where he is or what's going on. You want his character to be successful. He's someone you kind of believe in the film. And in this particular film, he's an executive in this oil industry, and he meets with these Allied intelligence agents. It's a group that's led by this British agent Collins, who's played here by Hugh Griffith. He is an actor with some crazy cool facial features, particularly his snazzy eyebrows. I've seen him before in other films like How to Steal $1 Million with Audrey Hepburn, and he's a very charismatic English actor. I think he's great. So anyhow, he's part of this group. They bring in William Holden's character to spy for the Allies. But doing so requires that he poses as a Nazi, which definitely causes some issues with his popularity. It also ruins his marriage. His reason for doing this is that if he doesn't, he thinks the Allies are going to destroy his business. But as events start to, proceed through the films, he reluctantly continues, and he sees that this is the right thing for him to be doing. Part of this is guided by his meeting with this German contact, Frau Marianne, who's played by Lilli Palmer, who sort of has an Ingrid Bergman-vibe to her. And they have, I think, a very sweet romance in the film. And I won't say much more about where their relationship goes because I don't want to drop spoilers. And likewise, I can't really reveal too much more about the story because I think it's really neat to see how things change and progress as we get to the end of the film. But it does eventually build to this man-on-the-run formula where he's trying to make his way across locations across Europe, and that was really entertaining. It's very exciting, all the way up to the very final scene of the film. And as usual, William Holden is excellent, and it was neat to see those various locations across Europe and the Netherlands. I think the film was PG. I think there were a couple scenes of like a red light district, and there were a few scenes of violence with people being shot. I think there was a scene with one guy getting hung, but otherwise it wasn't too, I wouldn't say it's necessarily family safe, but there wasn't too much controversial to it. It's a really good film. It's a very intelligent film, and this is, I think, one of the best films I've seen William Holden in. Again, he's very convincing. You want to see his character succeed, and particularly when you get up to the end of the film and it seems like everyone's chasing him. You want to make sure, is he going to make it through this film or not? Well, it's a good movie and it's really worth checking out.